I kind of figured it out along the way, but I'm not putting too much pressure on myself, but I want to be great. I have a lot of potential to do great things.
Ivan Charles Rabb Jr., born February 4th, 1997. Ivan Rabb was once a name that echoed through high school gyms and college basketball arenas with promise, potential, and the unmistakable aura of a future NBA star. Born and raised in Oakland, California, Rabb grew up in the heart of basketball culture where hoop dreams thrive and legends are born. Standing at 6'11" with a graceful combination of size, skill, and athleticism, he was the quintessential modern big man, a player who could dominate the paint on both ends while flashing a soft touch from mid-range. His game was fluid yet powerful, and his presence demanded attention. As a high school player at Bishop O'Dowd in Oakland, Rabb carved out a reputation as one of the top prospects in the nation. A McDonald's All-American in 2015, he dazzled scouts with his rebounding prowess, footwork in the post, and unmatched energy on the court. Ranked as the #1 power forward in his class and the #7 overall recruit, Rabb had every major college basketball program in hunt for his commitment. He ultimately chose to stay close to home, committing to the University of California, Berkeley, a decision that symbolized his loyalty to the Bay Area while offering a platform he could shine in the Pac-12. Rabb's freshman season at Cal only heightened expectations. Averaging 12.5 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks per game, he quickly became the centerpiece of a talented roster. His ability to protect the rim and control the glass, combined with flashes of offensive versatility, made him a projected lottery pick in the 2016 NBA draft. Analysts drew comparisons to versatile big men like Chris Bosh and Al Horford, praising his maturity, work ethic, and potential to develop into an all-star at the next level. But despite the buzz surrounding his NBA future, Rabb made a surprising decision. He opted to return to Cal for his sophomore season, a choice rooted in loyalty and the desire to polish his game that would prove to be the turning point of his basketball journey. What was intended to solidify his status as a top-tier prospect instead exposed the cracks in his foundation, both in his game and his decision-making process. For Ivan Rabb, the road to stardom seemed paved with gold. Not only was he an all-everything in high school, he positioned himself into a guaranteed lottery pick after a short time in college. But one decision that proved to be vital, and these reasons are why his insane potential was never met. What happened? Let's talk about it. Salute to _EdwardKim66_ on IG for this request. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Let's get it, man. Take a minute to like, subscribe, and comment on who I should do next. Ivan Rabb's rise to basketball prominence began at Bishop O'Dowd High School in Oakland, where he quickly established himself as a force. Standing 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan, Rabb dominated the high school circuit, becoming a high school name and Mr. Basketball. His combination of athleticism, skill, and basketball IQ made him nearly unstoppable in the post, while his quick footwork and soft shooting touch set him apart from other big men. As a junior, Rabb led Bishop O'Dowd to a division championship, averaging a double-double throughout the season. By his senior year, he cemented his status as one of the best players in the nation, averaging 24.5 points, 16.3 rebounds, and 4.5 blocks per game. His crowning achievement came in 2015 when he guided his team to the CIF Open Division state title victory. That performance solidified his ranking as the #1 power forward in his class and a McDonald's All-American, a distinction reserved for elite high school players destined for greatness. Rabb's high school accolades and dominance made him one of the most coveted recruits of his generation, setting the stage for his highly anticipated collegiate career. Stunt number 1, the decision to return for his sophomore year. The pivotal moment in Ivan Rabb's basketball career, and perhaps the first major misstep, came at the conclusion of his freshman season at the University of California, Berkeley. After a solid debut campaign in college basketball, Rabb was widely projected as a lottery pick in the 2016 NBA draft. Scouts raved about his rebounding instincts, defensive versatility, and potential to develop into a polished player on offense. The stars seemed aligned for Rabb to make the leap to the NBA and begin building a career at the highest level. However, Rabb made a surprising decision. he announced his return for his sophomore season at Cal. On the surface, the decision appeared noble. Rabb cited his desire to mature both as a basketball player and a person, as well as the chance to lead Cal to greater heights in the NCAA tournament. But beneath the wishful thinking, the move was a risky gamble, one that would ultimately backfire. By staying an extra year in college, Rabb exposed his game to greater scrutiny. His sophomore season saw modest statistical improvements, averaging 14 points and 10.5 rebounds per game, but his limitations became more apparent. Questions about his strength, motor, and offensive versatility grew louder as teams began to doubt his ability to translate to the NBA. His stock plummeted as newer prospects like Jason Tatum and Jonathan Isaac rose to prominence as well. Instead of being a lottery pick in 2016, he fell to the second round of the 2017 NBA draft, selected 35th overall by the Orlando Magic, and traded to the Memphis Grizzlies. The financial and reputation hit was significant. Rabb's choice to delay his NBA entry, though well-intentioned, marked the first major stumble on his path to fulfilling his potential. Stunt number 2, limited development and lack of a defined role. After entering the NBA as the 35th overall pick in 2017, Ivan Rabb faced an uphill battle to establish himself in a league where second-round picks are often treated as expendable assets. Unlike lottery picks who are given opportunities to grow and develop, Rabb found himself in a precarious position, fighting for minutes and relevance on a Memphis Grizzlies roster that was undergoing significant transition. One of the biggest factors stunning Rabb's growth was his inability to carve out a defined role in the NBA. While his skill set as a versatile big man seemed ideal for the modern game, he struggled to translate his college dominance to the professional level. His post-game, once a hallmark of his play, was less effective against stronger and more athletic NBA defenders. Furthermore, his perimeter shooting, an essential skill for modern bigs, was inconsistent at best. Rabb also lacked the lateral quickness to defend on the perimeter, limiting his ability to guard smaller, faster players in pick-and-roll situations. Compounding these issues was the lack of development of his physicality. At 6'11" and 220 pounds, Ivan Rabb entered the NBA as a lean big man, and despite efforts to add strength, he often found himself outmuscled by stronger opponents in the post. This not only hurt his ability to secure rebounds and finish through contact, but also diminished his impact offensively. The Grizzlies, dealing with roster turnover and coaching changes, never fully committed to Rabb's development. He played sparingly over 2 seasons, appearing in just 85 games and averaging 5.7 points and 4.3 rebounds in 14.6 minutes per game. Without consistent minutes or a clear developmental path, Rabb became another casualty of the league's harsh realities, a talented player who never quite adapted to the demands of the NBA. Stunt number 3, NBA roster dynamic realities. As a second-round pick, Ivan Rabb entered the league without the safety net of a guaranteed long-term contract or the organizational investment typically afforded to first-round selections. This reality placed immense pressure on him to produce immediate results in a limited window of opportunity, a challenge that proved difficult to overcome. After 2 seasons with the Memphis Grizzlies, Rabb found himself waived in October 2019 as the team prioritized younger prospects and veterans who better fit their evolving system. For players like Rabb, losing a roster spot is often a career-altering event. Despite signing a 2-way contract with the New York Knicks shortly after, his stint was short-lived. He was waived in January 2020 without playing a single NBA game for the team. Rabb's journey through the G League highlighted what life on the fringes of the NBA is really like. While he posted respectable numbers during his time with the Westchester Knicks and later the Delaware Bluecoats, he struggled to attract serious interest from NBA teams. The league's emphasis on versatility and three-point shooting marginalized players like Rabb, whose skill set centered around rebounding, low post play, and mid-range shooting was increasingly viewed as outdated. The pandemic-shortened 2020-21 season further limited his opportunities to re-enter the NBA, and with fewer roster spots available, Rabb's career quickly faded. By the time he pivoted toward entrepreneurship with Prosperity Rising LLC, The league had largely moved on from the once heralded prospect. Rabb's inability to secure a long-term NBA role underscores how unforgiving the league can be, particularly for players who lack elite athleticism or a standout skill that fits the modern game's demands, or who aren't ready to strike when the iron is the hottest. All in all, Ivan Rabb's story is a reminder of how one decision can alter an entire basketball career. Opting to return to college for his sophomore year, though admirable, was a poor decision that caused his draft stock to plummet to the second round, a huge difference from the first, and his entire life to change course. Coupled with limited development and realities of the modern NBA, Rabb's potential as a star faded. His journey illustrates how fleeting opportunities can be in professional basketball and how critical it is for players to make decisions that align with the unforgiving demands of the modern league landscape. What he's doing now is also admirable, but for these reasons, his basketball growth was stunted. Salute, much respect. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth, and I'm out.